I'm Robert Williams from MetalRules.com, and joining me tonight in Austin, Texas for the 2011 South by Southwest Festival is Dave Chandler, guitarist of SAINT VITUS. How you doing today, Dave?
What's up? Doing good, doing good. Looking forward for the show. It's going to be cool.
So, aside from the demand of doom metal enthusiasts worldwide, what led you guys to reform SAINT VITUS? Did you feel like you had some unfinished business to attend to?
Well, not really. I was in Debris Incorporated with Ron Holzer for a little while, and we did the Whackin' Festival, and we were doing Born Too Late, and there was like a whole bunch of people there that were asking about it, and I was like, well, you know, it would be kind of cool to get the band back together if we could do another festival. So that's originally why we did it, and we ended up going to we did Full Force, and the response was so well, we just decided, well, we'll just see what happens, and just keep doing it until, you know, the interest is gone or whatever. So, and now it looks like we're going to do a new record.
So right now, SAINT VITUS is out on tour on the Metal Alliance tour with Helmet and Crowbar. Once that tour wraps up, is the plan to go into the studio and do another full length?
Well, not right away, because we got 2 festivals in August. One in Finland, one in Norway or something that we got to do. And we're going to do some other stuff, but we want to hopefully, because I have most of the songs written, so we want to hopefully get it recorded like maybe before the end of the year, something like that, hopefully, so it could be like out by next year.
How would you describe your new material?
Well, I mean, it's pretty much the same as the regular VITUS stuff. It's more kind of like, if I was to compare it to an album, it would probably be more along the lines of like a Mournful Cries, kind of, because there's some faster songs on it, but there are 2 like really long, slow ones.
So by all accounts, when you guys did the Die Healing album, that was intended to be the final SAINT VITUS record. Approaching the new record, is that going to be the same mindset going in, or are you going to leave that up in the air?
We're going to leave it up in the air, for sure, yeah, because we have no idea. I mean, if it doesn't sell, if it totally flops, then yeah, of course, why do another one, you know? But I mean, if the response, because people are responding really well to the new song, so if the response keeps up, then there'd be no reason to not try to do another one. You know.
So the current incarnation of SAINT VITUS, minus of course your longtime drummer Armando Acosta, who tragically passed away in November, features the Born Too Late lineup that's really revered amongst your fans. What do you think it was about that album, that lineup, that has achieved cult status among your fans?
I don't know, because to me it's like my favorite album is Die Healing, and so I don't know what it is. I guess a lot of people tell me that they can identify with the words to Born Too Late. So I think that maybe is why it's endured for so long, because like we get a lot of people that are bringing their kids to see us, you know, and their kid is like 20, and this guy was like, you know, 30 or whatever, you know what I mean. They're bringing their kids out, and then these guys are like, yeah, I feel the same way as my dad did about Born Too Late. I get the same shit now that you were talking about then, and so I kind of think that's why it endured, and then it's got Dying Inside, the alcohol song, so everyone loves alcohol songs. So.
Tell me about working with your newest band member, Henry Vasquez. First of all, where'd you find Henry, and how have you enjoyed working with him so far?
We got him because he was actually the final drummer in Debris Incorporated.
Okay.
So when Armando got too sick to play anymore, he was my first suggestion, because I'd already done shows with Henry, and we were doing VITUS songs in that band, and he already knew some. And he's great. I mean, he has a whole new dimension of power to us, because he really hits the drums hard, and he's more of like a showman too. So he's added, like, a lot of the fans who've seen us years ago, they're seeing us again now, are saying, wow, this is much better. It's more of a pump in your face. It's, you know, you can feel it in your chest and stuff like that a lot better. So he's great to work with. He's a total crack up. You know,
I think I read somewhere that, like a show you guys did in Europe, Wino had just arrived at the venue, came on stage, and that was the first time he ever jammed with Henry. Is that true?
Yeah, that was at the Hellfest.
Wow.
Yeah, there was like 87,000 people, and it was Henry's first VITUS show, and we didn't know if Wino was going to show up because he got stuck missing a plane or something. So we were scrambling all day long to try and we had like all these guest singers from other bands that were going to sing the songs that I couldn't do.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts. So tell me about playing? I mean, I know back in 2003 you guys did, you know, like you said, Hellfest.
No, that was Full Force.
With Full Force?
Yeah.
Let's talk about those European shows. In the time that you guys were inactive into going into these European shows, were you surprised at all at how large your fan base had grown?
Pretty much, yeah, because you figured that, that's what surprised me when we were doing this stuff with Debris. I was like, wow, they still remember this shit? Because, you know, we figured we had faded away. You know, because it had been so long. It's like, what, I don't know, 8 years or something?
Yeah.
So we stopped in 95, so it's almost 10 years. So, yeah, we figured that people just wouldn't give a shit. And then when I started noticing, people were asking me about, hey, are you gonna, you're doing Born Too Late. Am I just going to get back together? And I'm like, I don't know, would you go? And most people were like, yeah. So we decided, just decided to see what would happen.
Now, segueing out of the humongous crowds at the European fests, have you noticed any increase in interest in doom metal here stateside? You think you're playing to larger crowds now?
Yeah.
Selling more discs?
Yeah, most definitely we are. And a lot of it more so, it's more of the younger generation here. Like I said, it's more like, hey, my dad listened to you every day. So that's why I came out to the show. That kind of stuff. And we're getting more of that in America than we do in Europe. But the crowds are definitely bigger. I mean, like this is obviously this is not just for us, but this was a huge line. You know, and so yeah, just like we're gonna, we can do. Whereas before we would pull in maybe 50 people, now we can pull in a few hundred. So that's a pretty good increase for us. We feel it's a good increase. So.
Well, keeping in mind that Saint Vitus takes its name from a Black Sabbath song, my editor at MetalRules.com wanted me to ask you to weigh in on the current Black Sabbath situation. Are you hoping that Ozzy and Tony and Geezer reform, or what do you think about that?
I mean, it would be cool. I just saw Ozzy at Voodoo Fest in New Orleans, and he was great. And I think it would be cool. I definitely would go see it. I'd like to see it, but I don't know but because Ozzy and Tony are in that lawsuit over the name and all that bullshit. And recently I read an article with Geezer, and he said that he didn't think it was going to happen.
So tell me about the current status of the long-awaited Saint Vitus reissues of your back catalog. Any word on that?
We got a lot of it because SST is in Austin. Or actually they're in one of the little outskirts towns. And so we actually picked up a whole bunch. We have I think we have every SST record, vinyl and CD that we're selling on this tour. I'm pretty sure that we have all of them. We even have the greatest hit thing that opens up and all that bullshit. So yeah, we got some. It was pretty easy to get, and because they owe us a ton of money. And so they're just like, we'll give you all the merch you want, and that way we will owe you less money. Instead of us buying merch from them, they're giving it to us for free, so we're getting 100% profit on all the SST stuff that we sell. So we made shirts to match the album covers and stuff.
I mean, it's business, but you guys are still friends, right? I mean, you just had Des Cadena on.
Oh yeah, well yeah. Des is, we're still friends with Dezo, and I just got a really cool email from Chuck the other day. But Greg Ginn is real flaky. He's like real nice one day and then real crappy the next day. So I saw him in New Orleans, and he was totally cool. And I asked him, can we re-release? Work with you, put this back out? He said, yeah, no problem. Have your manager contact me. And then as soon as we did, he said no. So we got in a big old huge thing with him. So he's kind of estranged from everybody.
Well, Dave, thanks so much for taking the time to talk metal today. Before we wrap this up, do you have any last words for your fans watching at home?
Just keep the faith, and as long as you guys stay our fans, we'll stay around. That's the reason that we're back. The fans of Saint Vitus, actually, not us. So as long as you guys want us, we'll stay. Thanks, man.